Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Rogue Nation. Yes. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I usually say this at nighttime. Hope your week is going well, but if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. All right. New Year's is upon us.
Hmm.
New Year's Eve. We're just a few hours away from a brand new year. And we always try to make the next year better than the last year. All right. I hope we prove to you this year that we're gonna be committed to putting in some extra work, giving y'all extra content. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. And 2026 is no different. We got some plans. We got some plans.
Facts.
So hopefully y'all continue to support us and our community continues to grow. But let's get some good morning shout outs. Shout out to Just Allo says, I
Hello.
want to wish everyone an early happy new year. Shout out to you, Just Allo.
No
Appreciate you.
doubt. Be safe tonight.
Be safe, yes. Michael Akins, 410
Salute.
says, good morning, guys. Good morning, Michael.
Morning.
JR, good
Salute.
morning. Says, good morning, happy new year. Yes. Chaz Underwood
Sir.
says, big week for Ravens fans. Let's go. Yes.
Really big week.
Let's go. Yes.
My man
Uh,
Brent.
Brent, good morning. Good morning. Grails in that house. Good morning,
Salute.
Grails. Appreciate you coming through. Cousin Dave.
Kazo.
Salute. Melanator one. Good morning. Says
Sir.
shout out to Marcus Spears exposing Ryan Clark and Jason Kelsey and media hating on Lamar. Facts.
Facts.
Facts. We'll get to that in a second. Deanna Bailey. Good
Morning.
morning. Good morning. Churd.
Chird.
Churd.
Chird.
Good morning. Devin
Devin.
Devin Janelle. Good morning. Good morning. Issa. Good
Hello.
morning. A light. Elite or a light?
I'm gonna say I
I think it's
like.
elite. A light. Okay. You say a light, I say elite. So we got it all both covered. Hey, good morning. Happy New Year. Mr.
Sir.
Chad, good morning.
What's
Appreciate
good?
you
What's
coming
good?
through. Lindsay,
What's
good
going on,
morning.
Lindsay? Great morning.
Yes.
Great.
Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Appreciate all y'all.
Finally, a
Appreciate
day
all
off
y'all.
tomorrow. Yes. Great morning.
You're off tomorrow? They gave you a day off?
Yep. And I'm off tomorrow night too. So
Nice. Nice. Yeah, enjoy that, man. Get your rest.
facts.
Just chill. I actually go back to work on Friday. I had a nice little break.
Oh
Oh no, I'm cool with it.
no, I know B come back Friday too. So
Yeah,
oh
no, I like going in on days when I know nobody's going to be there. Right?
fact.
Nobody's actually going to come back on Friday. People are like, oh, it's Friday. Why,
What's the
I'm going to
purpose?
take this day off. Yeah. Take the day off. I'll be in the office, nice and
Right.
quiet. That's another thing too. Don't take days off to extend your weekend. When you know everybody else is going to be off. That's when
Mhm.
you want to go into work.
Facts.
When everybody's coming back to work, that's when you take off. All right.
Mm-hmm.
When am I gonna take off? Tuesday, not Monday. Everybody's gonna start coming back Monday, but Tuesday. That's when
Right.
anybody will be there. That's the day you want to take off.
Stores be
Okay.
clear. Everything be good.
Yep. Yep. Alfonso, good morning.
So
Reese, good morning. Good
Reese,
morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Yes.
Year.
Yes. Okay. So we kind of addressed it yesterday. Marcus Spears going off up on all these Lamar haters. I didn't load a clip, but um, yeah, he wasn't trying to hear it, and I ended the show by saying that's the type of energy I want to see John Harbaugh have. Now, John Harbaugh did dismiss that article from Mike Preston. He
Mhm.
did say, "Hey, listen, I've never seen him fall asleep in team meetings. I don't know, like he puts in all the work. I love Lamar Jackson. He loves me. We have a great relationship. He says all the right things, and he's always, to his credit, has always cheerleaded Lamar Jackson." And but Marcus Spears, what he did is what I want to see from the head coach. I want to see that we're not I'm not even going to acknowledge that. I'm not addressing that. That's
Mhm.
nonsense. Right? Like completely shut that down because especially with the other two articles coming out this year. At what point as a head coach do you get tired of these rumors about your team. You know what I mean? Like, first is it hit pieces on my OC. You know, apparently there's 26 sources in and around the organization. You know, at least they said their sources. Mike Preston just said, "You don't know what I know."
Right.
I mean, all right, bro. All right. You know, but now you getting this story, and the fact that this happened at the same time when when you had to go into negotiations with Lamar. Yeah, like I need you to be a little more vocal. I need you to be like, hey, this is nonsense, and we're not doing this with Lamar again.
All right.
Y'all did this last time. You put some lies out there. Like, you got to really shut it down, because last time was ugly, and that was already embarrassing enough for the organization, what y'all did. Pablo Torre, a real journalist, exposed this organization in the NFL for colluding to keep players like Lamar Jackson from getting paid fully guaranteed money. Okay, so that makes it even worse, because when Pablo Torre broke that news, they weren't even aware of all those emails and everything, right? So I know that's going to be on his mind this time around. So that's bad. That's bad enough that guy that went out there. They should have made this as amicable as possible, this next deal. And I know they've been saying, hey, he's going to be the highest paid quarterback when we get his deal done. We know that. Okay, fine. Why haven't you done that already? Right. Like, or like, why? But why are you putting anything that's coming out like that? You should be. And I don't want to hear. Oh well, it's Baltimore, so they put out what they want. They work lock and step with the Ravens. You kill that story. Hey, we're gonna put this out. Hey, don't you put that out.
Right.
You put that out, you won't get any more. Hey, y'all control the media credentials. Don't let Mike Preston go in there anymore. Like, that's what you do, right? That if you're showing that you're serious about this, hey, you know what? That dude's a liar. We didn't appreciate that. Pull his credentials.
Facts. They do it with the media people that ask questions that they don't want to answer.
Right. So I would be doing that. We're not having anything like that come out when we're trying to get a deal done with Lamar Jackson, unless they putting that out there, because they are old school. They're used to doing things a certain way, and a lot of teams do that. A lot of teams use the media to push a narrative when they want something done a certain way, and they're no different. But they just can't get with the times and understand that people see through that now. You know what I'm saying? They know a certain element is going to cling on to that and kind of promote that, and they think that's going to have some sway, that's going to have some influence on, put some pressure on the player. But we in a different age now, man, and too many people see through that BS. Lamar sees through that BS, and he'll be like, look, you still got to pay me. You still got to fire Harbaugh. Right, like hopefully that's what he's saying. Hopefully that's what he's saying at the end of the year. Speaking of Harbaugh, I got this video. I know you've seen it. I know you brought it up, but this is Kyle Van Noy talking about Harbaugh breaking out the playbook during the game last week.
Harbaugh, because he does not.
It's vacation time.
Yeah, the sky is orange.
We've been starting that since 15. Oh man, hold on. They recorded a whole conversation.
They recorded the conversation too.
Boo.
Yeah, technology doing what it's supposed to do. Crazy.
Every other time, that's on me. That's on me. It's too early. I come ready. I'm ready.
What's up, God's favorite?
I got backup.
Marlon.
Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. All right, you just gotta roll with it sometimes.
He's gotta pivot.
He's got to pivot. And just share the screen. Boom. Can y'all hear it? Can you hear it?
No.
I'm not sidestepping, but for me personally, I haven't ever, like, Harbaugh's came and talked to me during the game on the timeout, but it hasn't been with the sheet. So, I think it was awesome that he's more involved. Not sure. My communication has been without the play sheet, though. How about that?
Right,
That was pretty good.
No, that wasn't. That was you saying, yeah, it seems new. Seems new that he
Okay.
has the play sheet. I don't know that we've ever seen it before. It's not like we have cameras that could go and archive that and find it out, Mr. Harbaugh. And that's why I love him.
I mean,
that's why I love him. He doesn't care.
The internet FBI is unbelievable,
Yeah.
so I'm sure they could figure it out.
Just give it to the women who drink the wine on the couch and watch the TV shows. They can figure out. They will have it figured out by the end of the day. I don't really care. Just keep giving Derek the ball. That's like,
Yeah.
I think we're all good.
So, you know, I know that was supposed to be like some PR cover. That's supposed to be, hey, I think it's great that what Harbaugh's doing. Although I've never seen it before.
Right.
I've never seen him with a play sheet in his hand, but it's awesome. My man's been coaching for 18 years. 18 years. Why? We know you don't call plays, bro. Right. Like, and if you do call plays, or you're just now calling plays, why?
I mean, even more to that, it's week 17. We are in the last week of the season. And the one thing even just more outlandish to me outside of the play sheet was you could visibly see him just constantly talking into his headset. I've never seen him talk to his headset that much during a game in my life. And, like you said, that interview was supposed to be lighthearted and fun-filled and mask certain things, but it brings up a bigger picture. Why now? Why when we were 1-5 trying to dig ourselves out of a hole? Why weren't you doing this then? When the hit piece came out on Todd Monken and you were criticizing him after games, why didn't you start with the play sheet then? Why now when you know that the seat is the hottest for you and you are possibly coaching your last regular season game in Baltimore? Why is it now you want to be so interested in what's going on offensively?
Right. It wasn't being called the way I wanted to be called before, and I was just trying to let them coach through it. But now, I'm taking the reins. That's pretty much what you're trying to say with that. Because first he had 2 hit pieces on Todd Monken go out. And I'm telling y'all, okay, sources say
inside the building.
Sources inside the building say that Todd Monken went to Harbaugh and said, "I better not see anything else come out about me." All right. He rolled in there with a coach sweater that said FTMF. All right. And he said, "You see this?"
Facts.
All right. I better not see not one tweet, article, anything come out about me. And we haven't heard anything else about Todd Monken.
Facts.
We haven't heard anything else. But next time somebody needed to get thrown under a bus, it was Willie Taggart.
Yep.
That's how I know Todd Monken told him, "You better not ever say my name again," because my man said, "Well, Willie Taggart, running back coach, had a conversation with Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell, and maybe that's why he didn't go back in the game. I don't know. I would have put him in the game. Like, I mean."
And then you throwing Derrick under the bus as well. Talk about Derrick said he wanted Keaton to start the drive. What competitor at his level, a Hall of Fame type player with your season on the line, is going to say, "Yeah, let the third stringer come in and start off this game-winning drive, but I'll wait."
Even if he says start the drive, he ain't say don't put me in.
Facts.
Right? Start the drive means, yeah, go ahead and let him get a carry, and then put me in. I'm ready to go. But my man had his jacket on, standing next to Lamar, like you weren't going to put him back in at all. And also, Derrick Henry said he want Keaton to start the drive. Is Derrick Henry the coach?
Facts.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll work him in. Get out there.
Right.
I'm sick of this. What is your job as a coach? What is your job?
And that's the question we've been asking over the last several years. What is your job? People are going to come back and say, "Well, coaches don't fumble the ball. They don't drop passes. They don't miss sacks." Yeah. Well, what is his job then? Because we're not prepared for big games. We play down the competition and we haven't won a championship because this team lacks discipline and the wherewithal to be in the right plays. to have the right personnel on the field. You have been the only constant in this organization. You've had I think you've had 18 different offensive and defensive coordinators in the 18 years that you've been here. And the one constant has been you. So what is your job? Just because you put a play sheet in your hand for 1 week, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Yes, we ran Derrick Henry 36 times this game, but we've seen in the past when John Harbaugh's come under fire, he's changed things. When his back has been against the wall, he's mixed things up a little bit, but then he reverted right back to the person that he was. He's like, got him off my back for this week, and then went right back to the same things that he was doing before, and we've lost. So, and this is why I think.
My bad, Joe. Like, I forgot to put this up earlier. This is woke Harbaugh, y'all.
Wow.
Harbaugh went asked what the atmosphere was in his house during the Browns game. He said it was woke,
and raucous.
Woke and raucous. Okay, so shout out to woke Harbaugh.
Yeah, we need to pass this around the internet.
Yes, they involved woke John.
Why, Jose? Why? Listen.
Hey, they want to put this in the Discord. He put the tweet in the Discord yesterday. I said, you know what? I got something for this. I got something. I got time.
but Jose, so the Ravens are attempting to make history. They attempted to be the 5th team in NFL history to join the Colts, the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Washington football team to be the only teams to start 1-5 and actually make the playoffs, right? You get down to your last hope, something that was really unexpected, and it happens. And your first response is to say, yeah, this woke. That's your first one? Yeah, this woke. We got a chance to make playoffs, y'all. It's woke.
Like, obviously, he wasn't using woke in the way we know it to be. Right. But what woke mean like that? This my eyes are woke now. Like I woke up. Is that what you're trying to say? Now we're gonna play for real,
right?
Bro,
just stick this. Just say everything was attentive in this house.
Yeah. Well, yo, woke Harbaugh. That's gonna be around for a while. Woke Harbaugh. All right, or woke John.
Maybe he meant lit. Maybe that's what he meant to say, lit. But
it was lit. That was still been terrible. Raucous.
What's up, Zeke? Change for good. Right, I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. Change for good. Thanks for coming through. Says, notice how the Ravens coaching staff doing exactly what the Eagles and Browns coaching staff be doing. What do they be doing? I mean, I know we're not doing what the Eagles are doing. They're winning.
Browns coach.
Although I'll say this, shout out to Philly Special Show, Thomas Mind and them. I caught some of their live stream last week, and they are very critical of the coaching staff, including the head coach, right? But they're basically saying offensive coordinator doesn't know what he's doing.
This is a fact.
I know Jalen Hurts gets catches a lot of flack, but we've seen him play better. Obviously, he's won a Super Bowl. Obviously, been to 2, and his struggles this year they put on play calling. They're just like, hey man, like this is terrible play calling. The offense doesn't look great, and they know where to place the blame. So if you're saying the Ravens coaching staff is like that, I mean, I think Tom Monken does okay. Like I don't look at this and say this is Tom Monken's fault. Right. I don't look at when Derrick Henry doesn't go in the game saying this is Tom Monken's fault.
He has no control over that.
Yeah. Now he doesn't, like, obviously he's not the best. Obviously there's some times just like, well, why are you running that play? Why are you trying to get cute? For sure. But I don't think it's the same problem as the Eagles. Like I think Eagles fans are sick of that offensive coordinator.
The Eagles have championship problems.
Yes. Yeah.
Championship problems. We don't have those problems. We have struggled to make the playoff problems. And listen, whether you like Nick Sirianni or not as a head coach, he is over the top at times. The one thing he will do is bring in a new coordinator. He ain't got no problem with saying, you know what, game 4, you're gone, bring in the next dude and find that right replacement until they get things settled. It's amazing to me with all the talent that the Eagles have. They struggle to put up points. Like even in the Bills game, they went up quickly. And after that, they could not score the rest of the game. And that's been the same thing all season long. But the thing with Philly is, come playoff time, things get turned around.
You know what it is? It's the same thing the Chiefs did, for the longest time. Once you get to the Super Bowl a couple times, you understand what it takes to get there, and it doesn't actually start in week 1, right? Like it's a get to the finish line as healthy as possible. Turn it on when you need to turn it on, right? Like, yes, you want to win the early games because you never know how the rest of the season is going to go. But you're not really turning it up yet. And I think they try to play a little bit more conservative because, hey, we don't need to go all out. We don't need to blow these teams out, right? We just need to do enough to win these games. And that's what Philly's been doing this year. They've been doing just enough to win these games. And I think they're going to try to turn it up in the playoffs. I think you'll see them be a lot more aggressive with the play calling and everything like that. Is it going to work? We'll see, because that's the other hard part about it too. And I think that's how John Harbaugh has been trying to coach for years. Is let's play more conservative now, and then in the playoffs we turn on that light switch. But he's not good enough of a coach to do that. The team isn't prepared enough to do that. Championship level teams like the Eagles and the Chiefs can do that, but we can't do that.
Right.
And we got a super chat from A-Light or A-Elite. Appreciate you. Says, they say Harbs will get another job. Who and why? Hell, Lamar gave him an 8-year extension. That shouldn't have happened. Facts.
That's 100%. And it shouldn't even concern us. Like even when they were like, why should we let go of Greg Roman? He'll get a job in 30 seconds after he's gone. It took a little bit longer than that because we as Ravens fans overvalue our team and our head coaches. John Harbaugh, I won't say is a terrible head coach, but a lot of organizations out there see the coaching malpractice. If he has Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and he can't get it done with them, him coming to my team with this backup quarterback and this third string running back starting, what is he going to do with us? I see that their team is undisciplined. They're not going to rush out there to get John Harbaugh. Could he get another job? Most definitely. If you want to get the relevance and get to 500 or something with a lackluster team, he's your guy. But if you're trying to take your team from also-rans to championship level, they know. Like, if you listen to these people outside the Ravens organization and Ravens fan base, they see things and they say things that we are afraid to say, or at least some of us anyway. And even if he gets another job, good for him. I want to face him. I don't know if you said it the other day, but yes, if we're in the AFC Championship game going against a John Harbaugh coach team, I want it. I'll take it. Yep. Give it to me.
Yep. Gladly. Tracy is here. What is going on? Tracy says, starting my New Year's Eve with 2 of the best. Oh, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Well, people make the assumption that Harbaugh will just instantly get another job, and maybe he will, but he ain't the coach that y'all think he is, and not y'all here, but the rest of the world. And they're like, oh yeah, he's a great coach, and I mean, we probably look at Harbaugh the same way we look at Tomlin, right? Or the Steelers look at Tomlin. We look at Tomlin and say, oh yeah, he's a good coach. He can actually coach, and they're looking at Tomlin like, nah, Tomlin ain't as good as you think he is.
All right.
The difference is Tomlin hasn't had an MVP caliber quarterback since prime Ben Roethlisberger. Which was a long time ago.
Right.
And he hasn't had anybody near that level. The closest, the best player he's had was this wash Aaron Rodgers now. That's the best quarterback he's had since Roethlisberger retired.
Right.
So he hasn't had the quarterback to really compete like that, and he's still winning games. Now, can you do a better job hiring coordinators?
100%.
Yes, 100%. You'd be more vocal about getting a quarterback, I guess, but he hasn't been working with that type of talent. I think Tomlin working with Lamar Jackson would be great. Right. I think that'd be great. And maybe it's just what it is. Both coaches are still, or they just need to change the scenery. Maybe John Harbaugh can't coach. Maybe he can go somewhere else and do a good job. I don't know. I know this. I know he doesn't do a good job with this coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big part of it too. You gotta have people that you can trust and people that can do their job well. And he doesn't do that.
I mean, you speak of Tomlin, and listen, Todd Haley, Arthur Smith, Matt Canada, those three offensive coordinators right there tanked whatever the Steelers had going on, regardless of who the quarterback was. That tanked everything. But we have to look within. John Harbaugh has not done much better with the offensive coordinators he's brought in here over the years. So,
well, at least Tomlin had Bruce Arians. It wasn't Bruce Arians under him? Or
way back. Like early Ben Roethlisberger. So he, after that, it just I don't know what it is. Maybe he just tried to prove that he could coach. But the Rooneys are a family that have been rooted in the NFL for a very long time. Yeah. And I don't know what they're doing with their general manager. In today's game, you have to have a franchise quarterback. Even Justin Fields had a solid season for them last year. You let him go with no real backup plan, thinking that as a last resort, you were going to get Aaron Rodgers. That shouldn't be your plan, especially in the AFC North. Outside of Cleveland, you got Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson you have to go up against twice a year. You have to have that quarterback to get things done. And instead of going out there and getting somebody for real, they decided to say, you know what? We just go with whatever and hope the defense gets it done. Listen, we are a mirror franchise to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We still think running the ball in defense is going to get you to a championship. And that's not how the way the NFL is played today.
Right. All facts.
John had Jim Caldwell. So you want to talk about one season? John, he didn't even start off the offensive coordinator. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
John did not bring in Jim Caldwell to be an offensive coordinator. He was forced into that position after the organization made him fire Cam Cameron.
Yeah, so
we remember that. We remember that season. You talking about the Super Bowl season? You remember that season very well,
right? So what's your point?
Right, and he was there for 1 year, right? And yes, and he also had Gary Kubiak, and guess what? That wasn't his guy either. That wasn't his guy either. They made him get Gary Kubiak. He couldn't wait for Gary Kubiak to get up out of here.
Facts. and Joe Flacco had his most successful season as a Raven under Gary Kubiak.
If we get no pressure on Aaron, we in trouble. We need to do the same defense Browns did. We don't have the dogs for that.
We ain't got the personnel.
Like we don't. We shouldn't be in trouble. That's the thing. Now I looked at some of the reports that came out yesterday. They said Calvin Austin. Well, this is what Tomlin said. This could be a little bit Harbaugh'ism here. He said he feels good or he feels confident about Calvin Austin and TJ Watt's chances for playing this week. He didn't commit to them actually playing. So maybe there's a chance that both of them get to play. Calvin Austin, I think they desperately need him to play. If he doesn't play, they have no targets. Their best target is Valdes-Scantling. Yeah, right. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. So they really need him out there if they want to have a chance because Aaron Rodgers can have 10 seconds out there. Nobody's open. All right. That's what happened. That's what happened last week. The plays where he had a little time to pass, it didn't matter because nobody was open. Right. All right. So we need that to happen. But you're right. Though. You're right. We have to. Mike Green has to man up and get to Aaron Rodgers. Draymond Jones has been doing solid, like we knew he would. Mm-hmm. But this is one of those games he has to turn up as well.
Ball out.
So they have to really attack him and I think they need to play more man coverage this game and not that zone, especially if we're not going to get the pressure. Force him to make those accurate throws, especially if we can get him on the run a little bit.
All right. And one guy we really need to step up is Kyle Van Noy.
Yep.
Stop podcasting and get some sacks.
Yeah, man. You had your Veterans Days this week, all right, or this year.
Yeah.
Now it's time. Now it's time for you to turn up as well.
Lock in.
Queendom comes says Ravens haven't pressured any QB all year. Just let him sit in the pocket for 3 business days.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Hey, we got 190 people watching. Hit that like button.
Appreciate
if you're new, hit the subscribe button on both channels. Lunch Break Hot Take over here, Rogue Pod over there. All right. You like this? I know y'all checking this out. Fells Point Mafia. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the new merch that's on the website, lbhtshow.com. Get you some. Our new supplier has been making some quality products here. These are some comfy sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
These are some comfy sweaters. The last person we had, they're all right.
They were cool.
They're all right, but I can tell the difference with these. I really enjoy wearing these.
All right.
Packers receivers were open all day. Packers receivers are excellent.
Bruh.
They are excellent wide receivers.
Bruh, they just keep coming in. The Packers had drafted so many wide receivers throughout so many rounds. They turned one of them to a cornerback. Bo Melton. They turned him to a corner. They said, you know what? Middle of the season, you go play cornerback, bro. Like, we don't even need you out here. Like, how crazy is that you got so many wide receivers that you take one and say, you know what? Switch to the other side of the ball.
Yeah. Grail says we missed Patrick Queen. I love it when he blitz. He was a different linebacker. Patrick Queen towards the end was good for us. He, you know what it was. He needed. He wasn't 100% ready to play when we drafted him. He needed a little time to develop. Playing next to Roquan helped his development. And they were a great tandem together for sure.
And they played him out of position when he first got here.
Yes. Yeah. But again, that was just a bad pick. Right? We picked him in the first round. He wasn't ready to play. And we asked the question way back then when we first started, if you draft him, like we knew after coming out, he wasn't going to be better than CJ Mosley.
Facts.
Right? CJ Mosley was a dog for us. CJ Mosley made plays for us. Like we didn't bring in CJ Mosley. We didn't bring him back because we didn't want to pay him at the time. It was like 18 million a year.
17 million a year is what he signed for.
Yes. We didn't want to pay that. I asked the question, if Patrick Queen comes in and works out and plays to that level, are we willing to pay him 20+ million that he's gonna need to stay here? And of course we knew they weren't gonna pay that. Right. Of course we did. Right. So just from that, it's a wasted pick. And I understand he wasn't playing up to the level like we wanted him to. So we had to trade for Roquan Smith. But the two of them playing together was great. And I know you already paid Roquan Smith, but you got to pay Patrick Queen. Even though this is hashtag defund the defense over here, this is the route you're going in. If you're going to invest in the defense, invest in the defense. Right. You pay him and keep that unit together, and then you go and get your edge rusher. Go pay the positions that matter.
Right. I mean, it's like a college thing. We get guys, 4 years go by, we rotate again, and we go with experimental picks and hope that they pan out. And then the Ravens aren't satisfied with them. They move on and start all over again. Like, this is not what championship level teams do. You don't see Howie Roseman doing that. You don't see Les Snead with the Rams doing it. Brett Veach with the Chiefs. Like, these general managers retool. They sign their players and they retool. And some of them let them go a year early rather than a year late, a la Calvin Oy. But, if you draft them in the first round to replace CJ and you moved them and you had something that was working, and I think that's what the chat is trying to say. It was working. They may not have been the best, but they were damn sure in the top 3. It was working, and you let him go, especially for what he signed for in Pittsburgh. I think he only signed for like 42 mil. The Ravens could have afforded that. Like, he didn't get the big splashy contract that a lot of people thought that he was. He settled in for about 13 mil per season. You could have given him that. And now what are we doing? We're exploring guys, hoping somebody works out next to Roquan, and it hasn't happened. So we're wasting years. Stop finding these guys and then letting them go because you don't want to pay them.
Yep. There you go. And I'm glad Change put this in here. It says, I trade Marlowe and Bateman for Maxx Crosby. This is a great segue to the next topic here. Oh wait, that's sorry, Woke John. Sorry about that.
he hit him with the
now that part that's not Photoshop. That's him. Yeah.
Yeah, too much fun.
This is a trade. This is a trade proposed by Bleacher Report. A mock trade where we get Maxx Crosby, and the Raiders would receive Rashad Bateman, 2026 first round pick, 2027 first round pick. What do you think of this, Ando?
Go for it. Go for it.
If we're giving up 2 first round picks, I want Justin Jefferson. You better not give up 2 first round picks for an edge rusher.
You know they will.
Unless it's Myles Garrett. If it's Myles Garrett,
yeah.
Now, I'm giving away a lot of spoilers here because I plan on working on the video. Hendel already knows about this. Moves that the Ravens should be making this offseason, and don't be scared. Okay, don't be scared because you hear the names and you thinking it's not possible.
Right.
Justin Jefferson is number 1 on my list. I actually said this yesterday on the Ravens Roundup. Justin Jefferson is one of the best wide receivers in the league. There's nothing the man can't do.
Right.
If they want 2 first round picks, you give up 2 first round picks, and because the Vikings aren't really in a position to compete right now because they whiffed on their quarterback pick. They're at a point right now where they have to ask themselves, do they want to keep paying Justin Jefferson when they have Jordan Addison there? They're gonna have to pay pretty soon.
Yep.
And they're not in a position to win right now. You know, if they can get something for Justin Jefferson, I feel like they'll be willing to move off of him. And I have a list of players, you know, that you may not think about, but absolutely you make the call because of their situation. Myles Garrett was another person. We're talking about Maxx Crosby. Myles Garrett is another person that you need to be calling about because you heard the rumors that the Eagles offered 3 first round picks for Myles Garrett, and they turned it down. Right? They're not going to turn down another offer like that.
Right.
Well, first of all, they're not going to get the same offer. Myles Garrett is a year older now, and Myles Garrett, who I hope he breaks the record next week.
Hope so.
That's the best you're going to see Myles Garrett. Okay. So anything after that is going to be lesser. It's going to be great still, but it's going to be less than what you get now. And a year older, and you got to pay him a lot of money. And he's proven to you that he isn't the X factor in getting to the playoffs. Right? So all those things factored in, and the Browns still have to pay Deshaun Watson another year.
Yep.
They're not in a position to go out and spend a lot of money on quarterback either. They might be willing, if you get another good offer, 2 first round picks, right? I wouldn't offer 3 first round picks, but 2 first round picks in like a third, in a later fourth or something like that.
Right.
I think that could get it done, and I'd be okay with that. But if they give it up 2 first round picks, ladies and gentlemen, and Rashad Bateman, it needs to be for a wide receiver. Okay.
All right.
Or guard. You don't need that much for a guard, but yeah. God's favorite says true, Jose. I do that for Garrett. Yes.
100%. Now the Maxx Crosby deal, I do the deal. They had to give like a second or something, but for me, it's not even about the picks. It's about what we've said in the past, that the Ravens always want to be a defensive team. They want to be a running team. Outside of bringing in Derrick Henry, they never go out and get the best of anything. You know what I'm saying? This would be marketably improve this team. And just for me, it just shows that this organization is serious about going out and winning the Super Bowl. Now, conversely, if your general manager is as good as you say that he is, these first round picks don't mean nothing. The Rams have not had a first round pick in 8 years. If your GM can draft, if he can maneuver and make trades, why not give them up? because that 2026 first round pick is going to be a cornerback or a defensive tackle that cannot get to the quarterback. Yeah. So that's a waste of me. I just want to see improvement. I want to see them go out and go after top tier players in this league, not some also ran, not some dudes that was solid and we can be like, oh yeah, he's bringing his 4.5 sacks to this team. I want you to go get me a 14 sack dude that we know it can come in and wreck shop. Stop going after projects and players on the downsides of their career. Go get you some studs so we can go out here and finally win the Super Bowl if you are serious about winning a Super Bowl.
Let me put Ike here on blast. All right. Says, yeah, right. I'm glad y'all ain't the GM of the Ravens. What the hell are we gonna do with the receiver when we can't protect Lamar? Y'all talking crazy. All right. First of all, because we can't protect Lamar, that doesn't mean get him nothing. How stupid is that? And I ain't calling you stupid, but how stupid is that you just say, well, we can't protect him. Why get him weapons? What are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about? That's when you want to get him help to mitigate those problems. And second, if we were GMs, we would do both things. It's not one or the other, right? That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all think because you make a big splash, then you don't have money to do anything else. That's a lie. Mm-hmm. Do all of the things. You can go and get a veteran guard. First of all, me and Coach believe that one of the answers at guard is already on the team. That's Emory Jones, right? That's our belief. Mm-hmm. But you can go and sign Kevin Zeitler for a vet minimum deal next year, right? At least Maxx to compete with Emory Jones, and then go get another veteran. And there's a lot of guards out there. You know, well, hopefully there'll be a lot of guards out there. Some might get re-signed by the teams. Right. Go sign a solid veteran guard. And you fixed the O-line to a certain extent. Is it a wall? Maybe not, but you've gotten much better. So that alone will fix the guard play. It doesn't take much. And yes, go and get a wide receiver. Why wouldn't you do that?
Right. They got
business. But you'll be okay. But Ike is probably okay with this Maxx Crosby trade. He's probably like, yeah, go get an edge rusher, even though we're one of the worst defenses in the league. What's Maxx Crosby going to do for this defense?
But listen, shout out to Ike. Appreciate you. Never said we were GMs, just giving our opinion, and I'm glad you're not the GM as well. But I'm sure that you were okay with getting a second first round safety rather than protecting Lamar. I'm sure you were okay with going with a injured 7th round rookie who played 3 games last year, got injured, didn't play well, got beat out by Pat McCarry of all people, and starting this year. I'm guessing you were glad and okay with a tackle that couldn't make it, who had slow feet, being converted to a guard and protecting Lamar. I guess those things were okay, right? We're not the GM, but we didn't make these moves, and these are terrible moves. Even after your GM said, man, we got to build them trenches up. I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan, and all I knew was offensive line. And he put together this offensive line and then went out and said, I need a first round safety again. Last season, the season before that, I need another first round corner. I guess you were okay with that.
Yeah. He says, who will want Bateman? The man's been a ghost this year. He had one good season. Well, I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw. I'll put this back up because maybe you missed this graphic. It said Rashad Bateman and 2 first round picks. Okay, the 2 first round picks. You know, that's the fault of the graphics here. That should have been on top, right? Because that's what they're looking at. The 2 first round picks. Rashad Bateman is just tossed in there, right?
It's just because.
And we didn't propose this.
Facts.
Okay, we're just reacting to it.
Facts.
If the rate and also you gotta know your dancing partner. It's the Raiders. You can finesse them. 100%. That's the team to finesse, right? And in fact, while we're on the phone about Maxx Crosby, I'm asking about Brock Bowers. Oh, they would never do that, right? They would never do that. It's the Raiders. Facts. You can finesse them. You tell them we can get out the phone until we work out a deal for Brock Bowers. Yep. It can happen. Yeah. Don't be scared. Y'all too scared. In fact, I want you to tell us what would you do as a GM this offseason. Tell us what you would do since you're glad we're not the GMs. We want to make show us how it's done. Show us what you would do.
Right. Because Jose, why would we need Brock Bowers? We just signed a 3 extension to a tight end who's done nothing for us in the playoffs. People come in here and talk about Lamar's record in the playoffs. What has Mark Andrews done in the playoffs? Nothing. Lamar's thrown a touchdown in the playoffs. Has Mark Andrews caught a touchdown in the playoffs? Never. Not once.
Okay, absolutely not. I'm okay with the stuff you talking about. We need a big body wide receiver like AJ Brown. I like AJ Brown, first of all.
Oh man, they wasted him. But
I like AJ Brown.
But to Jose's point, we have been conditioned throughout the years to do either or. The big story at one point in time was, they asked Lamar, did he want a wide receiver or an offensive lineman? Why does he have to have a choice? Why not give him both? Because it's never a question of do we need a cornerback or edge rusher or safety? We're going to get all 3. It's never either or.
Yeah, but okay, I like AJ Brown. Trust me, I would not be mad at that. But you be mad at Justin Jefferson? And if you, again, this is one of these things. I need you to think about this. I need you to think about this because this will tell me how much football you watch. Okay. Like this will tell me how much football you watch because y'all said the same thing about Tyreek Hill when Tyreek Hill was getting traded, and we're like, why did we make that trade? And y'all like, he ain't worth it. Excuse me. Y'all never seen Tyreek Hill actually play.
Facts.
Right? Like think about that. I'm not against AJ Brown at all. He's on the list too.
We should have got him if we knew he was available.
Yep. But I also think he's not available. I know he's very vocal about not getting the ball, and it seems like there's tension over there with the Eagles. You ever heard not a word about the Eagles shopping him around? Because that's what happens when you're playing for Super Bowls. You just let those people chirp.
Thanks.
Now I know here because we have a sensitive coach. Any comment that's made, that could hurt his fragile ego, and we might be putting somebody on the block, or we might be cutting them, or whatever. So I understand why you would think that the Eagles might want to get rid of them, but those are adults over there, right? And they can keep their egos in check. Our coach can't do that, unfortunately. Our owner can't either, to be honest. Let's see. They simply need to stop turning the ball over in big games
100%.
and key situations. Yeah.
100%.
That's the other side of this too. If we win next week, great. We're in the playoffs. Embarrassing how we got there, but we're there. If we do these things, not shoot ourselves in the foot, don't beat ourselves, we can't make a run. We can't make a run. This is the year where down is up, up is down. We don't know what's what. We don't know who's good. The Colts looked unstoppable at the beginning of the year. They're not in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah.
The Lions look like it was their year. They have everything, and then nobody's hurt. They just lost. They're not in the playoffs. Right? Like we don't know.
Right.
Denver, Jaguars, we thought they're another year or so away. They're not there. Number 1 seed for Denver.
Number 3 seed for the Jaguars.
Number 3, yeah. I mean,
could be number 2.
And they don't look like powerhouses either. You don't look at any of these teams and say, ain't no way we can beat this team. Right? Any team can be beat.
Facts.
So get in and then just pray for the best, man. Hope that Harbaugh can get out of his own way. Hopefully Lamar's healthy enough. Hopefully the defense can make just enough plays, because again, we are not good defense. We are hoping that they can make some timely turnovers, some key stops, and that's it. And that'll be enough. That'll be enough.
I got a question.
Yep.
So let's say Lamar maybe fringe healthy, right? Do you guys, if we make it to the playoffs the way that it's slated right now, the Baltimore Ravens are slated to take on the number 1 defense in the NFL in the Houston Texans. Do y'all really have faith in Lamar in Tyler Huntley against that defense? Not just in general, just against that defense. I want to know.
Right. Texans are going to be tough no matter who starts.
Who to go back? Facts.
But
that team makes me. that team, well, I can't say the team. The Ravens had an opportunity when Danielle Hunter was on a trade block. We pounded the tables like, go get him. He's that guy. Go get him. He's that guy. 2 13+ sack seasons in 3 years with the Texans. We just let them slip away. But yet and still, we'll go out here and get a third tier edge rusher and be like, well, we're cool. We'll make it work.
They don't want to pay guys, man. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Like they don't want to pay any premium position. It's not just on the offense.
Mm-hmm.
It's the defense as well. They don't want to pay cornerbacks either. They always keep fooling us saying that they try to get Darius Slay. They try to get Jalen Ramsey. They try to get these guys. But what happened? What happened was they don't want to pay them. They don't want to give up what it takes to get those players. We could have gotten Sauce Gardner.
That's true.
You want to give it the picks, right? You care so much about the secondary. Why not get one of the best cornerbacks in the league? So what if he costs? What did he cost? 2 first-round picks,
Possibly.
something like that.
If
2
that.
first-round picks, some
Maybe
other stuff. Why ain't you do it? You spending 2 first-round picks on safeties. You just spent a first-round pick on a corner. None of them are as good as Sauce Gardner. Well, I mean, Kyle Hamilton does a little bit of everything. You can make the argument for Kyle Hamilton, but like cornerback, that's as good as it gets. But they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay. That's all it is. They're hoping they can hit in the draft, and they could, but EDC's done a terrible job with that.
Oh, but listen, Jose, help is coming. Help is coming. The Ravens, if y'all did not know this, maxed out on comp picks. Woo! Hallelujah. We all say we got the max number of comp picks allowed. Listen, because we covered those. Them comp picks are just the savior to this team.
How many comp picks do we have?
4.
Thank God. Like, and I hate this, but I know some of the moves that they make during the season is to protect the comp picks. Because like they're like scratch offs for EDC. He's addicted to scratch offs. He can't help it. He's like, you never know, what a waste. Like how many comp picks have really helped this team out? I had to go and take a look at it.
Maybe I think I did. I looked it up one time. I think maybe 2 had solid careers.
It ain't worth it. Kyle Hamilton doesn't get turnovers in big games. No.
Kyle Hamilton doesn't get turnovers in any games. Big game, any game.
SWB says y'all act like Lamar didn't have a great defense in his first few years. He never had a great defense. What are you talking about? So you don't watch this. You don't watch Ravens stuff. You're just in here trolling. Lamar had a great defense when? A great defense? He had a solid defense his rookie year. Were they great? No. So all right. Don't come in here trolling.
The best they had was 2023.
2023. Yeah. They were the number 2. They're the number 2 defense. Was that great? No. They're good. Great. They weren't a great defense. They didn't get that many turnovers. Now they held a lot of teams to under 20 points, which is really good. They're really good, but no, I would not call that team great.
They might. No, I think they were number 1 in 2023.
Okay. I hate having 25 picks and they literally pick 25 players. Yeah.
And listen, don't get me wrong. It's not a singular focus for why this team has failed. It is everybody. Everybody has played a hand in this team not going to the Super Bowl. Everybody. From the owner, GM, president, coach, players, everybody. Nobody's absolving Lamar of what he has not done during the playoffs. But he has progressively gotten better year in and year out, culminating with last season, where he brought this team back from the brink. Yes, we can go back to the 2 first half turnovers, but he brought this team back. And they failed as an organization. It wasn't just Lamar.
Yeah. Earl says he did have a top 10 defense 4 times. Like, you say top 10, you mean like 10th? That's not, good. I mean, good enough to win, for sure. Great? That ain't great. All right. But it is good enough to win. And they have choked in the playoffs. Like we said, Lamar hasn't played great in the playoffs. We have choked. He could do better. But again, man, when you see your quarterback needs some help, you go less, right? Like, he needs some help in the playoffs. Why aren't you saying get him some more weapons so we can really close out these games, right? Like, losing in the AFC Championship game, that year we could have gotten Derrick Henry. We could have gotten him that year. The Tennessee Titans were trying to trade him that year. We were on the phone with them, and we didn't want to give up what it took to get him.
But
he could have made a difference in that game.
Everybody believes, the Titans owner blocked that trade. Why would he block a trade for a player he knew he wasn't re-signing and was going to let go of the next season? What would that half a year done for him? Right. We just didn't offer. If you offer up enough, teams will trade players. So don't say that the owner blocked it. We did what we always do. We called him, hey, got a Tyler Wallace here for you. What you think about that? Nope, click. Well, we tried.
Yeah. Like I said, like the defense, and again, defense, really good, not good enough, never great, never made it. Like, what plays has the defense made? Those years you're talking about, they were top 10. Even when we're number one defense, we're in the AFC Championship game. Yeah, we held the Chiefs to 17 points.
17 points.
How many turnovers did we get?
So since Lamar Jackson has quarterbacked the Baltimore Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens defense has only made 2 turnovers. And if you combine all the games
in the playoffs,
two turnovers for Lamar Jackson and 1 with Tyler Huntley. So 3 turnovers overall.
So we got so I mean, that's part of the discussion too. We talked about, hey, Lamar hasn't played great in the playoffs. He's choked, right? But 2 turnovers in the playoffs. What's the defense really doing? Right? How can you call them great? How can you say that they've been good enough when they can't get turnovers? The other defense is getting turnovers on us. Why isn't our defense getting the ball back? And that is the actual difference, right? Lamar, yeah, you can give Lamar a little bit of a pass, a little bit, because he's an MVP. You gotta go out there and you gotta perform, but there's no investment on that side of the ball, right? If he makes one mistake, which is he made 2 mistakes, really. He made 2 mistakes in the Buffalo game last year, the interception and the fumble, and he made up for it. He got us back into the game, got it to where we're tied, going for 2, drop. Honestly, we should be up because that same person that dropped the 2-point conversion fumbled the ball. Okay,
we were at least about to get a field goal, at least.
Yeah. One of the times we were down there at the goal line, and instead of giving the ball to Derrick Henry, who was gashing that defense the whole way through, we decided we're gonna do a pass play to our left tackle, coach. Okay. So it's not all on Lamar Jackson. A lot of these things, and these are big decisions. These are big things that have stopped us from getting to that next level. But all that to say is, where's the defense? What turnover did the defense get in that game? You can't get anything. You can't get a forced fumble, not pick, nothing. Turnover on downs. You can't do anything. So that's where the money's at. And we don't hold the defense accountable. So I hear y'all when you say, like, hey, Lamar, he turns the ball over. Yeah, see, look, Earl's saying right here, Lamar turned the ball over more in the playoffs than he does in the entire regular season. What about the defense? What does the defense do in the postseason? Because again, that's who's getting paid. Kyle Hamilton got a nice deal. Roquan Smith got a nice deal. Matabika got a nice deal. Just paid Travis Jones. First round pick, Malachi Starks. First round pick, Nate Wiggins. That's where all the investment is at. What are they doing? Where's the return on investment? Mm-hmm. It's always about Lamar. Well, okay, we just talked about trading for Maxx Crosby. Why are we giving up 2 first round picks for a guy that's going to have no accountability when he gets here? Justin Jefferson will have all the accountability. Justin Jefferson can't disappear in the playoffs.
Right.
And we'd be okay with it. Maxx Crosby can. No more on the defense. No more. Get a sack or something. Yeah, they didn't do that either. Yeah,
they do tend to struggle come playoffs.
Where's my president hit piece on Kyle Hamilton? Look, 250 people watching. Okay, whether you're watching on X, Lunch Break Hot Take, Roll Pod on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, both channels. Lunch Break Hot Take, Roll Pod. Appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Listen. And to your point, Jose, it's not that we're trying to protect Lamar. It's about hold everybody equally accountable. You never hear anything about this defense not being up to par. You don't hear about it. We gave up 27 points to the Buffalo Bills. Why couldn't we get a stop on 4th down? Why couldn't they stop him knowing he's going to run? When they got down to the goal line, knowing that Josh Allen was going to run the ball, why couldn't they get a stop? Since we got all of these high-priced, high-drafted veterans on this team. And it's crazy to me because Tom Brady can have 3 turnovers in a game and his defense still carry him to a Super Bowl. Peyton Manning can have a noodle for an arm and they can go win a Super Bowl, even though he's Peyton Manning. But Lamar Jackson, if he doesn't do otherworldly things and carry a franchise, if he doesn't play perfect, if he doesn't have a passer rating of, I think, at least like 123, we don't win games. Why does he have to be perfect? Why does he have to be damn near perfect to win? And then when we don't win, it's always, well, Lamar, you could have did better. But yet and still, we don't talk about, and if you watch these playoff games over the last few years, that offensive line has broken down time and time again.
Yeah.
And who brought in that offensive line?
Yeah, I just looked it up. The defense, total defense, we're ranked 25th. Passing defense, we're ranked 29th. I mean, that's not what we're paying for. And we'll talk about the defense in spurts here and there. When they're playing really bad, they really give up the game for us. We'll talk about it then, but it's not an ongoing thing, right? The headline the next day won't be about the defense. It'll be about Lamar Jackson. Even if he doesn't play, it'll be about Lamar Jackson. Even if he doesn't play in the game, it'll be about Lamar Jackson. Okay. And we don't truly criticize the defense when it comes down to it, because we're still talking about, like, we're talking about getting some help from Lamar Jackson. And you saw Ike's reaction. Hey, why are we going to spend money there? We can't protect Lamar. But the edge rusher, you want to get an edge rusher for what? Why isn't the reaction? Why we spend more money on defense when we just drafted edge rushers that aren't doing anything? Why are we going to get an edge rusher when we're giving up, we're giving up the almost the most amount of passing yards in the league? Well, how much of a difference is he going to make? Right? Like that's a drop in the bucket. That's nothing. That doesn't do anything for us. Thanks. We need a whole different coaching philosophy. But the person that you're actually hoping will carry this team is on the offense. So that's where you need to get the help.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, we've been going for an hour.
Ravens defense is in the middle of the pack. He just told you they were 25th.
Who said that? Oh, yeah. This man. I'm gonna boot you just for putting out misinformation. All right, like you like middle of the pack. 25th is middle of the pack. You don't know how to count. That's middle of the pack. They're not even middle of the pack these last few weeks. After they, they had a little bump after they're playing some bum teams, and then it went right back down when we had to play Joe Burrow.
Right. Oh.
You didn't see them get lit up by Malik Willis last week?
Back up. Drake May never had a 300-yard passing game in the NFL. Went for 380. But that's middle of the pack.
Yeah.
But, y'all, listen, y'all entitled to whatever opinion you want to have.
And this is the thing, too. Even Mahomes won his first Super Bowl with him throwing 2 picks versus the 49ers. Facts.
It took that offense till the middle of the third quarter to get rolling. But their defense carried them. And their defense didn't have a whole bunch of first-round picks and $100 million players on it.
Even that second time they won against the 49ers, I think he had a pick or 2 in that game.
He had a pick in the third quarter. Beginning of the third quarter, they were trying to come back. He threw a pick. Defense held him down, and then the offense got it together.
Yeah. Lamar has to play perfect here. He has to play perfect. If he has a turnover, then it's his fault. Defense doesn't have to do anything. Now, when you have a QB that can read and fool great defenses like Brady and Peyton, I don't even understand what you're saying here. SWB, you are all over the place. You make no sense, bro. You are making no sense. Just Alice says Lamar is the only QB in the NFL who's not allowed to throw an interception ever. Yeah. Ike says the scheme is horrible. Play zone too much. Need to blitz more. Yep, I agree.
And this is where we get back to the John Harbaugh thing. We 2023 number one defense across the board. Went to the AFC Championship game. We were one game away from the Super Bowl. So in our minds, the evolution of the Baltimore Ravens from 2018, we thought that, okay, every year we're making progress. We're getting better. We're going further in the playoffs. So 2024 is going to be our year. What happened in 2024? Mike McDonald left to be the head coach of Seattle, and John Harbaugh decided to bring in a rookie defensive coordinator with no experience. Lamar himself went on to have one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. He fulfilled his promise, even with that not so solid offensive line. Not without having a Justin Jefferson on his team. He went on and balled out. And what did this defense do? It regressed because your head coach went and decided to get somebody who was a close friend to run this defense, and he ran it into the ground. Yeah, they had some solid numbers at the end of the season, but just like this year, we hit a stretch of games where they started playing weaker teams, and the defense rose up a little bit. But then by the end of the season, we were back to being what we were, a badly coached team.
Facts. Earl says maybe he can play better, run better, get back, try himself to throw more decisive, get the ball in his hands faster. All facts. Yes, Lamar could definitely improve. And I agree with everything you're saying right there. But my only issue is Lamar's the only one that has to make those improvements, and typically does. He always refines his skills, and he gets better and better every year. Mm-hmm. What about everybody else? The defense can't get better. I mean, we just talked about all the issues with defense. What's their path to improvement? What's the coach's path to improvement? Lamar's the only one that we actively say he has to get better. Nobody else has to get better.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, the melanated one really got something against Kyle Hamilton. for the last 10 minutes, he just been saying Kyle Hamilton. and that is 100% facts. Kyle Hamilton, top 15 pick. We need more turnovers out of him.
And I really like Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, and I was and honestly, I was thinking. I looked up his stats the other day, and I'm thinking, we laud him for playing all over the field. He's played every position several times throughout the season. And I looked up his stats, and I'm like, what? 1 sack,
bro. At no point we were a top 3 defense. At no point. You're talking about the middle of the season when we were playing those bad teams. We had a stretch where if you isolate those 3 games, we were a top 3 defense. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. We were never a top 3 defense. All right. We might have had a top 3 performance those weeks. We weren't a top 3 defense, and we've shown it. We're ranked 25th right now. If we were ranked, I don't know, 13, 12, 11, somewhere around there, you could say, okay, we got off to a really bad start and we turned it around. We are ranked 25th, 29th in passing. We are an awful, awful defense.
Earl. Yes. Listen. Yes. Joe Burrow went to a Super Bowl. Why can't Lamar? I mean, that's the way a lot of Ravens fans feel. But the one thing is, as bad as the Bengals defense was, they got turnovers. That's how they beat the Chiefs. That's how they made it to the Super Bowl. And they had 2 wide receivers that were damn near unstoppable. So they had an offense catered toward the strengths of their quarterback. We don't have that offense. And their defense performed, even though they have none of the pieces close to what the Baltimore Ravens had. I mean, nothing close. They got turnovers when it mattered the most. They went to a Super Bowl with Eli Apple at cornerback.
Hey, how about this? I know. How about we trade for Joe Burrow? Y'all want that? Let's trade Lamar for Joe Burrow. Would you prefer we had he's gotten to a Super Bowl, right? We'll send Lamar to go play with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Let's do that. Is that what you want? Let's do that. Hey, Joe Burrow's been to the Super Bowl. He can get he can get this team there, right? You don't believe that.
Graham is a great.
He had the worst coach and O-line.
Well, you know what? The O-lines are comparable, but what the Bengals did have was an offensive coordinator that knew how to mask those things. He drew up plays kind of like they did for Tyler Huntley last week, to where they got the ball out of Joe Burrow's hands, and he had wide receivers that could beat coverage. That's most important. You got wide receivers that can get wide open. You don't have to hold them to the ball. You don't have to. You don't have much to do.
Earl's with it. Earl says, "Yeah, do that. Trade for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, whose team currently isn't in the playoffs.
I don't think he wouldn't survive with this in this offense with the scheme that we have.
Like that's the only team that we could shut down. Get that guy. Okay. Yeah. All right. Just say you hate Lamar, bro. Like you ain't gotta go through all this. Like you don't have to go through all this, all this just to try just for you to say I just don't like Lamar.
That's cool. You don't like him? That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, just say that because your logic isn't really adding up. Can he improve? Yes. Every single quarterback can improve on something. Every single quarterback. What's the rest of the team doing? There's a lot, man. Listen, there's a lot of excellent quarterbacks out there that haven't won anything. Okay, Joe Burrow made it to a Super Bowl. Did he win? Nope. He hasn't even gotten close to being back.
Right.
Josh Allen, has he been to the Super Bowl?
Best playoff stats ever of all time.
Oh, Josh Allen?
Yes. Didn't get to a Super Bowl though.
No Super Bowl. There you go. We talked about Matt Stafford yesterday. Matt Stafford has gotten one Super Bowl after 13 years. Do you know what he did the previous 12 years? Nothing. And when I say nothing, not even a playoff win. All right.
Listen, we need to go win a chip. Point blank, period. Yeah. But if you look at some of the all-time greats, Peyton Manning didn't win a Super Bowl until his 9th year. Yep. And he is considered by some the greatest quarterback ever. Took him 9 years to win a Super Bowl, even with that offense. John Elway, he didn't win his first Super Bowl until he was 37 years old. Lamar Jackson is not done. His career is not over. And whether it be with Baltimore or somebody else, given the right coaching, given the right organization that actually cares about bringing somebody in and not playing the antiquated method of football, he's going to get to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What's up, Pat?
Yeah. What's up? You came right at the end, but that's okay. You can watch the replay. All right, we know over. Look, I just want y'all to know. Hey, appreciate all y'all. Almost 300 people watching. Love it. I love it. Real quick, patreon.com/LBHT show. That's mine. I'll put I'll put it right there on the screen. Patreon.com/LBHT show. Also patreon.com/ROUG. All right. Those are our Patreons. Go in and support that. Okay. You guys have been donating a lot. Really appreciate that. Right. Take some of that money, get you a membership. Also, we do channel memberships as well. Get you a membership. We got a lot of extra content. If you're enjoying this, and I appreciate Earl the discourse with you and Ike and everybody that comes in here early in the morning. Mr. Kevin Jermaine, appreciate you. Hey. Thank you. Thank everybody that comes in here. Imani, thank you everybody. Help us grow, man. Like anything that you guys donate, we put right back into the show. These morning shows are not typically this long, just so you know. It was meant to be 15 minutes. That's what it was originally meant to be, 15 minutes. Then we settled on 30 minutes. Okay. This week has been a vacation week for me, so I said I can go a little bit longer. Next week, I'm back to work. So this is going to be 30 minutes. Or less.
Like Domino's Pizza.
It will be starting at 6:15. 6:15 ish. 6:15 ish.
Okay. Listen, y'all. Let people have their opinion. Their opinion. Like
yeah.
I mean, we just here to have conversations. We're not attacking anybody. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're not here to attack anybody. We're just here to just have conversations and try to give insight onto what other people are saying. You know, you see the game because you have to realize the way people were brought up determines their thought process. So we all see things differently. So just to say, because I believe John Harbaugh is not a great head coach, don't mean that I'm right. He's not a great head coach, but it doesn't mean that I'm right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just respect each other's opinions. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't mean we don't root for him. Like, as long as he's a Raven, we're gonna root for him.
We want him to win another Super Bowl and then be gone.
Yeah. Oh, new. So hey, that's what's up.
Appreciate it.
Shout out. Sub to both channels. All right. And somebody wants to say bye to y'all before we get up out of here. Woke Harbaugh wants to say, hey, have an excellent day. Brother.
We got it. On to Pittsburgh. We got it. Yeah, Big Rich. Stop the lies. Oh, it's 2:30 a.m. in Hawaii. Listen, Grails.
Hey,
appreciate you for supporting.
Appreciate you, Grails. Appreciate you. Are you in Oahu? We were stationed. I was stationed in Oahu. My parents were stationed. I was still a kid then. We were at Wheeler. It used to be Wheeler Air Force Base. Now I think it's the Army Air Base. But shout out to Hawaii, man. Woke Harbaugh says, "Have an excellent day."
He says, right? Who has it better than us, brother? Just Alan, you a fool.
All right, y'all. We are out of here. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate y'all.